Hello and welcome to my kitchen. This is a little bit of a different video for you, obviously not Minecraft, but I have been making some chocolates for presents this Christmas, and I put a picture on Twitter, and Griff, who is one of my followers and I follow him, he said, have you thought about doing a video of making these lovely chocolates? So he's requested baking videos before, so I thought I would give it a go because I have another batch to make. So bear with me. I've never recorded, videoed myself doing stuff like this before. So yeah, bear with me and hopefully you'll get the gist of what I'm doing. So I have got everything ready here. I've got the mould, which I'm going to use, which my mother-in-law bought me a couple of years ago and I haven't used it. I'd only just used it this year. So this, I believe, was from Lakeland. I have already made a batch of chocolates, which is why I've already started these packages. I've got these from Lakeland as well. Milk chocolate baking chips and extra dark chocolate baking chips. And for a little special something, I have put fruit pastels in the middle. Okay, so I've just spent like 5 minutes trying to find a good angle for you to be able to see this. So I hope this works. Right, and of course my husband is about to go in the shower, so the boiler will be making a noise. So the first thing is to weigh out some dark chocolate. So for this first bit, I am just doing the drizzly bit and then making some dark chocolates. So I need 100 grams. And of course, whoops, what would help when you get the chocolate mix is for it to tell you how much you need to put in. So I've had to actually guess and do kind of tests. So I need to melt the chocolate in a bain-marie. I've already boiled the water, so it shouldn't take too long to heat up. Okay, so almost all of the chocolate drops have melted. After I did the first batch, I was going to look up to see if there were any tips about how to drizzle the chocolate on nicely, because it went a bit thick and lumpy, and I didn't, because I've just dived into making this straight away. So I'm just going to do what I did last time. They worked out alright. So I've turned the heat off and I've just got a spoonful, and I'm just gonna, it's not very ready, is it? So I'm not sure if you could like maybe put some oil in it or something. See, that's when it's runny. And just like drizzle it across. I'm only going to do it on these three because the other ones have got like moulded bits in them. So this is not runny at all, is it? So they don't really need any extra decoration. It's more going on the edges than it is on the inside, but it seems to be better when you haven't got as much on. I'm going for random and abstract because who wants things that are exactly the same and they'll look handmade. So I'm just going to take out some of these big globs. As long as each one has got like a little bit of something in them, I am not really that fussed. So that could probably come out. Actually, some of these I kind of just squidged a bit round like that as well, and it looked fine. That needs some more in. They'll be a bit globby, but never mind. So I will try and show you there. There's a little bit in there. It's a mess. Doesn't matter. Right, so now I'm going to do 2 rows of dark chocolate. Now this chocolate is quite bitter. Do these ones. But I'm hoping that the sweetness of the fruit pastel inside will mean that it's not too bitter. I personally prefer milk chocolate because I've got quite a sweet tooth. But if it means that you can only like have one at a time, that's probably no bad thing, because then they will last longer and you don't eat them all at once. So I'm just putting a fruit pastel in and squidging the chocolate around and hoping that you can see it from up there. Let's do that. And I'm not pushing it down too far because obviously I don't want it to go to the bottom and stick out the top of the chocolate. And then pop a little bit of chocolate on the top. Like that. Cover it all up. That really needs a bit more. And then I should have enough for this row here as well. Typically this seems to be like dribbling a bit better. I did try in the trial to do this with half jelly beans. Fruit pastels were a bit more flavoursome, and I did try it with some chopped walnut as well, which was quite nice, but I thought that it's Christmas, we need something nice and sweet and unusual, and you could buy like chocolate hazelnuts, etc. So I thought fruit pastels were the way to go. You could also, I had thought about it, use food flavouring to make like mint chocolate or something like that. Okay, so I need to just make sure that these are more filled up, some of them. Try it and not pushing the fruit pastels down. Now I think I read you don't want to overfill them, so it's better to have a bit less in. That's a bit more actually. That one needs more. But what I'm going to do is, with the flat edge of the knife, so not the sharp edge, I'm just going to do that. They need filling a bit more, just to flatten them off. I really hope that you can see what I'm doing well enough because otherwise, like without like moving all the camera angles and stuff, There. I'm just going to pop a bit more back in there. So now I've scraped some off, there is actually a little bit spare on here to be adding to these little bits. I seem to have a little bit less chocolate this time. I suppose it depends on how much goes on that bit, but I think we'll be fine here. We're going to be fine. Oh, that one's moved in there a bit. The food pastel's stuck up a bit. Ah! Messy, messy! I probably should be wearing an apron as well, guys, but I didn't think about that. Right, that one is maybe a little bit. Right, now is the secret to the perfect chocolates. And I saw this on YouTube and I can't remember what video it was. It was a little while ago. So what you need to do is, now you've got your chocolate in, you need to tap up and down like that. Tap your mould up and down. And then it gets all of the air bubbles out. Oh, so you see there's one just popped there. So I do this. There's one there, look. And you can either just pop it like that. Oh, there's one there. Or you can just let them pop themselves. I'm just looking at the camera and I'm put my fingers in the chocolate. So I'm going to do this until all of the air bubbles have stopped bubbling up. So now I have tapped this so that I think the bubbles have stopped coming out. I just need to leave this bit to set before I can do the milk chocolate on that, so I'm just going to set that aside. I've got plenty of fruit pastels, so baker's prerogative. I'm going to dip it in the chocolate. Be careful because melted chocolate can be very hot. And I'll see you later. Okay, I am back. Another bowl, another type of chocolate, and I worked out that the whole of this mould took 300 grams of chocolate. So obviously we've done a third of it with 100, so I need 200 grams of milk chocolate, which will be more than a packet because that is 326 or something altogether. So the water is on to boil again for the bain-marie. 200, where are we? A little bit more. Take a couple out. Resist the temptation to eat one because I need it again for a third batch. So this is the second batch that I've done, and I need to do 3 batches because I'm doing 4 lots of chocolates, 2 couples and 2 singles, and a whole one of these I reckoned would be nice for 2 people. So when this is melted, I'll be back with you. Right, the chocolate's almost melted, and seeing as there was quite a lot, I'm just going to start putting this in with the bits that are actually melted, making sure I don't get the big drops in. So just like before, just dollop it in, And of course, even though this chocolate, the dark chocolate, has set, because the chocolate going in is warm, it will melt a little bit, but that's fine. I don't think there's really anything you can do about that. I think one of the important things about a bain-marie when you're melting chocolate is that you shouldn't let the water touch the bowl underneath, because I believe that if it gets too hot it can burn the chocolate through the glass. So that's just something to think about. So just the same as the other ones, pop a little dollop in, and then I've got my pre-cut pieces of fruit pastel and just stick them in like that. And then actually I could probably turn the heat off on that because it's all melted. And then just pop a little bit of chocolate on the top. So I'm just putting the last bits of chocolate on top of these ones here. Squeaky, I'm just going to move that so it's a bit more light. And it is looking like there might not be enough chocolate, but I think by the time I've scraped these ones, and that, because that's quite a lot in there, there should be enough. You're going to work quite quickly. This is not too bad. You've got to work quite quickly with chocolate because it does start setting. Like the bits around the edges of here have started setting a bit, but I think as long as I can cover that fruit pastel and then scrape the tops off these, I can add in a little bit more to those. So let's just do that. Oh, except I've just knocked the fruit pastel on that one. Oh well. Should be fine. That is one of the deeper chocolates as well. I don't know why that's poking up there. That will just be a messy one. Of course, what I could always have done with these ones is weigh out 100 grams and do 2 rows and then melt another 100 grams. And these are going to need a touch more. And I might need a touch more. Let's just try and flatten that one out a little bit. Just take some of the excess around the side. I think by the time it gets tapped in, it'll get a little bit more even there. Just put a little bit more in there. There. So now all I have to do is do the tapping for the air bubbles and then leave them to set. What is it? It's 20 past 12. So I will probably not take these out until this evening at least, just to make sure that they are fully set, because these ones have got like a little thin ridge on them which seemed to be the last bit to set and kind of break off on the other batch. So once they're ready to take out, I will be back with you. It's now 20 to 9 at night, so these have been setting for just over 8 hours. So now is the moment of truth to pop them out. You do have to be quite careful. And there's the first one. Oh, actually that's a really nice one. I'm not going to show you all of them, but that's a really nice one with the dark chocolate. I think really, I don't know if you can get like chocolate gloves, because what I noticed on the ones that I did previously was that the next day, is that all set? Yeah. The next day, the dark chocolate ones had like fingerprints on them, so you probably have to handle them quite minimally to not get fingerprints on, but I just kind of gave a little wipe. I love the way that that's gone like that. Oh, come on. That is the heart. I'll do one of each and then I'll cut two. Oh, now that one must have had a little bit of, I don't know how that's managed to get in there, a little bit of the dark chocolate on. And then what I'll do with these bits is like the little lip bits is just break them off like that. And these ones, because they've got the bits that stick in. Come on. Oh, that is almost perfect. Lovely. And then the last one. Come on. There. That is pretty perfect. So because they've got like the detail on it, I don't think they needed the stripy bit. So I'm going to get all of these out of here and then I will be back with you. So that they are the chocolates in baking paper and kind of a tissue thing in some boxes that I bought from a company called the Tiny Box company.co.uk, and I have painted a little, it's not a menu, but painted a little picture of all of the chocolates, which I'm going to put in the top. Pop the paper over, put the lid on, and I made a little handmade label to put on the top, little rosette, and there is a little gift. For the couples, I've just done the depth of the box, and for the singles I've like put some tissue paper under so it doesn't look like there's half a box. So that's a cute little present for my mum. So hopefully she will like that, and let me know what you've thought of the video. I've literally done it on the iPhone on a tripod, so angles and things aren't very good. I know my head's chopped off on most of that, but you want to be seeing what the making of the chocolate is. So if you have liked the video, please give a thumbs up. Please give a comment to see if you would like to see similar type of videos baking, and I shall see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.